from the O2 London. Let's get this party started! Now, making his way to the ring, the former two-time world champion, David Haye.
It's going to be revenge. He's been in the ring with me. He knows that wasn't me firing all cylinders. Next time round, I'm going to be faster. I'm going to punch harder. I'm doing everything humanly possible to make sure that there is no repeat and there is a hell of a night of revenge.
Cacophony of noise will await him. Huge support here for David Haye.
There's been so many things that held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we got.
How casual does he look for the 32nd and one of the most crucial times in a lengthy, often so lively 15-and-a-half-year career. London's David Haye saunters into battle. But his spirit and willpower certainly haven't. He's been whipped into shape by the returning Ruben Tavares and the new tactical guide, the great Ismael Salas. Haye promises a return to most explosive self. He wants to rewind the clock. He says revenge is in the air.
Amazing scenes here at the O2. David Haye really enjoying himself, really soaking this up. You wonder if he knows this potentially could be his last ring walk in what's been a wonderful career. Maybe he's got future ambitions beyond this one, but he knows his legacy is on the line.
He's really milking it. Ain't no stopping us now. He's jovial, he's happy. He doesn't have the real business face, but maybe being relaxed will make him loosen up to get off those fireballs.
Big smiles all week. A happy fighter, a dangerous fighter. And it reminds me a little bit of the ring walk when he came here a decade ago and blew away Enzo Maccarinelli. But that is 10 years, a long, long time. Listen to this.
And now making his entrance to the ring, please welcome Anthony "Bomber" Bellew!
He was supposed to knock me out in 2 rounds. He didn't. He failed, and he failed miserably. You just can't accept that I've beat him. I'm just a determined, horrible man when I'm in a boxing ring. When that bell goes, I'll do anything to him. I will go to any level. He's not gonna win. He can't win. He cannot beat me.
Haye has the headphones on. Here comes Bellew.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
The familiar appetizer to the now infamous ring walk for Liverpool's popular, proud, old-fashioned character and fighter, Tony Bellew. The blue Merseysider who's done it all his own way, buoyed by his beloved Goodison's support. From perennial underachiever to exciting world cruiserweight king to his defining night 14 months ago, he was written off. Now he's here to prove the bookies wrong all over again. What an incredible atmosphere and a fascinating tale of the tape. Both 6'3", both lighter than last time. Haye 15'10", about what he weighed against John Ruiz all those years ago, and Bellew 15'4". He's come in. Haye with the reach, and you'd have thought the power advantage. But what about the physicality and all those problems in a career that goes right back to 2002? So fewer rounds boxed as well because of the dynamite power. And David Haye is the odds-on favourite, and the bookies believe it will be by knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the O2 Arena here in London, where tonight, will it be revenge, will it be repeat? As Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, along with Haymaker Ring Star Sports, proudly presents the main event of the evening, live on Sky Sports Box Office. 12 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. Sponsored by William Hill, Voltarel, World of Tanks, and JD Sports. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. President and steward in charge for this contest, Charles Giles. Timekeeper at the bell, Brett Bowles. The 3 judges scoring, Ian John Lewis, Victor Laughlin, and Terry O'Connor. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Howard Foster. And now, the fighters are in the ring and they are ready. The officials are ready. Boxing fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner with his trainer Ismael Salas. He's wearing white with the Union Jack trim, 6'3", official weight, 15 stone, 10 pounds, 2 ounces. His professional record, 28 victories, including 26 wins by knockout with 3 defeats. From London, the 2-time world champion, former undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and former heavyweight champion of the world, David Haymaker Haye. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner with his trainer, Dave Caldwell. Wearing blue with gold stars, he stands 6'3" and officially weighed in at 15 stone, 4 ounces. As a professional, 29 victories, including 19 knockouts, only 2 defeats. The fighting pride of Liverpool, WBC Cruiserweight World Champion, Anthony Bomber
A red-hot rematch.
Okay, fellas, spoke to both in the dressing room. You both got to
everything.
expect, keep it clean, great straight away and toe. Both want your heads in close. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
One of the most compelling returns of recent years. A narrative that has brought venom and vicious blows in and out of the ring. The most unlikely of heavyweight dance partners go to war all over again. Tony Bellew predicts it'll be even more emphatic and that he will close the curtain on David Haye's career forever. Haye says he feels brilliant. Is the body beautiful? Still up to the demands, and what tactics in this sizzling cauldron, Carl.
Well, we'll wait to see how they open up early on. David Haye looking for the sharp jab. I'm expecting a nice counter jab, a right hand from Bellew on his back foot. You don't want to give David Haye too much of the early charge. David Haye just letting a few shots go there and then backing up. They will have a look at each other, but make no mistake, when they're in range, they will try and land heavy blows.
Good jabs from Bellew, trying to get hold of the middle of the ring.
I see Haye already starting to use the jab a lot more than he did in the first fight. Bellew being tactical like we expected.
Crucial looking at David Haye's legs as well and how they go in the first couple of rounds. How much spring in the step, injury-free, he says. The ruptured Achilles, the bicep, all the problems. The rumours about how much sparring he's done. We're hearing in the last 24, 48 hours, quite a bit he has. So, timing.
Well, that's crucial. The sparring for the timing, and if he's been doing the amount of rounds that his team say he's been doing, then his timing should be on point, and he's landed a couple of nice-looking jabs early on here. He's jabbing to the body, picking away the body, then stabbing up to the head of Tony Bellew. He's had a bit of success with that jab here early on. David Haye sort of trying to take control behind that jab.
Nice right hand as well, Paulie.
Yeah, and he tried to time that over the top of the jab.
Loses balance there, Bellew. It's a sharp start this from David Haye.
Yes, good work. He landed a couple of hooks there and just sort of pushed Tony Bellew off balance, but looking like he's just trying to take control here early on, David.
Marking up under the left eye of Bellew, who tries to get his own jab going.
Right now, nobody's landed the big shot yet. You can tell they're both probing with that jab. They're both trying to snap that jab and seeing if the other one loses positioning on the jab.
Legs look good to me, Haye.
Both guys' legs seem good. Right now, when you're looking for the jab, when these guys are both trading jabs, is you're trying to see if it makes the other guy make a wrong move. And if it does, you can follow with a big right hand. Right now, the sharp jabs are basically a protection punch to see and control the other guy.
Battle of the jabs. Early on, could work from Bellew.
Nice right hand by Bellew.
Committing himself as well, Carl.
Yes, he's committing the, you know, out of the two, Tony Bellew, you've got to say, looks sharper. When he lets his shots go, there seems to be more sting and more speed on them shots. David Haye doesn't look that comfortable. I know it's very early, but he doesn't look that comfortable. Stuck in mud ever so slightly, David Haye. Good right hand there. No problem now for Tony Bellew. Looks at him as if to say, that's not a problem for me.
Tony rolled with it, but it's a good shot to impress the judges.
Beautiful! Now listen to me. Because, just like that. No, listen. But not yet, not yet. Unless he gives it you, not yet. Because that's what he wants you to
Dave
do.
Colwell so crucial in the corner last time. Just a little mark under Haye's right eye. Who won that first one?
Well, for me, there wasn't much in it. Tony Bellew looking sharp when he worked, but David Haye peppered away the body with that jab, and he had some decent success. So I've got to give that one to David Haye.
Yeah, I think that right hand at the end didn't land clean. I thought Bellew rode with it, but it was a good shot that got the crowd and the judge's attention. I thought Haye nicked it at the end with that shot. Otherwise, a battle of the jabs, and it's still obviously nobody's going to stop believing they can win the fight after that round.
Second round, the blue Evertonian shorts of Tony Bellew with Ashley, his friend and his partner, Rachel's brother, who tragically lost his life emblazoned on his shorts here. Tony Bellew had such a difficult 2017, and this rematch was meant to happen just before Christmas. Haye pulled out 4 weeks before with a problem with his bicep as Bellew piles in a right hand here at the start of the second.
Yeah, good counter combination by Bellew, a body shot and the right hand over the top.
That's right, David Haye didn't really see that one coming. He kind of rode it last minute. Looking at David Haye's posture and the fact that he's walking forward and he's quite flat-footed, I think he's got one thing on his mind. He's trying to get in range and land something big.
I think one thing he's got to do, though, he's got to cut the ring off a little bit better on Bellew. Bellew's able to circle around and find the spaces.
Well, if David Haye is looking for that big right hand, Tony can box and move and enjoy himself in there early on.
Underrated boxing ability, Tony Bellew, as well. He was a brilliant amateur, and he found himself in the light heavyweight division for too long. He's looked rejuvenated up at cruiserweight, and this is really two big cruisers or small heavyweights.
Yeah, he's got best weights are probably at cruiserweight, actually. They just happen to be meeting at heavyweight. And I like to see some fair. There's a couple of feints by Haye, and that set up Bellew out of position.
Combinations from Haye, a bit sloppy the way he fell in, but he's not as gung-ho as he was first time around. Still looking to hurt Bellew early with that right hand.
Yeah, he's trying to set up the shots.
Body shot as well from Haye. Bellew keeping cool, Carl.
Yes, very cool. He's almost waiting, poised, looking to see what David Haye's got. Haye is loading up ever so slightly. He threw a bit of a clumsy right hand to the body and fell in with that. Looking for a big shot there and landing. Tony Bellew, bravado.
Yeah, found the right hand, and look at Bellew. That's the fat Scalcer look. Come on then, let's have some.
I think what's weird, Haye has got his weight on his front foot, so I don't know how much leverage he's able to get on that right hand if it's not transferring the weight from his back foot.
Really looking for the big shot here, David Haye, planting his feet. As I said earlier, he's looking to land a big right hand. Make no mistake, but Tony Bellew seems comfortable enough with it. How long can David Haye keep this going? I'm not so sure.
Good point from Paulie there. A lot of weight on the front foot, not the back. That was the right that was ruptured last time. Is he treading delicately with that? Bellew comes in with a right hand. They're just starting to open up a bit more.
And it could also just be a habit that he's been training with the injury, so he got used to putting the weight on the front foot, and now it's kind of a habit that he hasn't got away from.
Ismail Salas in the corner, alongside Ruben Tavares and Jimmy Tibbs. Too many in the ring.
Flow. No pressure.
Ruben Tavares is getting out there.
All right.
Doctor's gone in there. And Howard Foster's gone over and seen the Ruben Tavares get out.
Now you can do it. All right.
The excellent Shane McGuigan last time coached David Haye. This time he's turned to Ismail Salas. Third round. Eagerly anticipated rematch here at the O2 where they met in March 2017. Wind forward 14 months. And a lot of frustration in there. They came to blows a little bit at the press conference on Thursday. They were ready to fight then. Now it's happening. Who's got the early advantage, Paulie?
I thought the last round, a good right hand by Haye again, just nicked it from him. I've got two very close rounds for Haye to 0. But again, they're so close that Bellew clearly just has not stopped believing in himself. And he probably won't anytime soon.
Well, I agree that Haye may have just nicked them first two rounds, but he was trying a lot harder. He's used a lot more energy than Tony Bellew to get them wins. I'm worried for David Haye in terms of how long can he keep this going. Tony Bellew now starting to apply the pressure. I'm not sure if David Haye can stay with him. It's only early, but I'm seeing signs of David Haye's almost age and the extra weight in there, sort of just slowly telling a story here early on.
Bellew evading punches. And again says, is that all you've got? Very relaxed looking, Liverpudlian. He's done it once. He says he'll do it quicker this time, more emphatically, break down Haye with body shots. Haye said to us this week he'll take it slowly and he'll look for a late finish.
Well, Tony Bellew looks to me like the one that's taking it slowly and taking his time. He's not rushing in with anything. He's not making any mistakes. It's not rounds in the bank for him. He's just falling short on the scorecard, in my opinion. But this is good work from Tony Bellew because he's making Haye work.
And I'm trying to figure out exactly what the plan is so far. You know, Haye kind of backs up Bellew to the ropes, but doesn't really do a lot. He's not cutting off the ring. He's kind of just happy to take these jabs and hope that an opening creates itself. But you gotta be able to create the opening for yourself. And Bellew's kind of doing the same thing. He kind of backs up, and then all of a sudden he'll come out with a shot or two like that.
Whipping a body shot in. Tony Bellew, who is fresher, of course, has real momentum too. That wonderful night when he beat Makabu at Everton. BJ Flores, David Haye, he's the one in real form.
I think right now they're just kind of like going through the motions with these jabs and seeing if anything opens up, but not a lot of creativity from either guy as far as to open up these things. Let's see how the rounds progress.
I think David Haye realises as he backs up Tony Bellew, he's in front of a very good counter-puncher. Missing quite wildly there, David Haye, getting caught.
From Bellew, great defence. Oh! Down goes Haye with 15 seconds left in the third. Breakthrough for Tony Bellew. Wonderful defence, and he found a shot that shaken the haymaker. The bell's going to come and save him any second. Oh, big right hand, back comes Haye. Toe-to-toe, down for the second time. And David Haye in dire straits, and his career is in jeopardy.
And here's where you got to look now.
I think the ankle's going to get out of
The bell, that's coming as well. David Haye is saved, back to his corner, down twice. Is it the end for Haye, Paulie?
Well, that's what we've been talking about all week. When it's crucial. Here's the exchange and how it starts over here. It's kind of swinging wildly. And Carl, jump in if you want.
Well, David Haye really went for it there, and he backed up Tony Bellew, but he was missing, and then he got counter-punched. And you see these shots here, the left hook and the right hand, clean on David Haye's chin. But as he dropped to the floor, I'm not 100% sure. We'll know when he stands up, and it looks like his ankle is damaged again.
Here's the second knockdown. Again, right now, he's still hurt, and Bellew's able to land those bomber shots.
And he's hitting hooks to the top of Haye's head. He went down to the Lenga Mock early in his career with shots like that, disorientating ones.
And this is what I talked about earlier in the week where I was really curious.
Haye's going to swing, but Bellew's got the accuracy. Haye's run right leg again from Haye. And Tony Bellew stands on the verge very early in the fourth of repeat here, unless Haye fights something quickly.
Yeah, David Haye really struggling here with his balance. Something's definitely going on for that right leg. Tony Bellew really looking to finish this fight as early as he can, and David Haye finding it very difficult to match him with anything.
And if you can't get a push off that back foot, it's hard to get explosiveness on your punches. Oh, good shot.
Right hand for Bellew, and again, and Haye is just taking these punches, and the reflexes are not what they once were.
The punches are wider, the reflexes aren't there.
Big shots from Tony Bellew. He's stepping in range. It's not going to be long before he lands something that's going to be devastating. David Haye hanging on by the skin of his teeth here.
He showed immense heart last time, David Haye, but this is a real crisis, and it's much earlier. And Bellew looks so strong and confident.
And also, with his punches, with David Haye's punches, his feet don't follow his punches. So he's throwing shots from out of range. Good combination by Bellew.
Big goal purveyor from Haye.
But Haye throws big shots, his feet don't follow with him. So he's reaching, and he's coming up short. He's punching wide. His legs are just not there.
Is it the 37-and-a-half-year-old body that just can't do what he once did?
I think, unfortunately, that's exactly what it is. It's that age catching hold of him. His body's broken down. We've seen it before, and we're seeing it again here. Tony Bellew still has to be cautious because David Haye really looking for a shot out of the door.
Blood from the nose of Bellew. But how David Haye needs one of those haymakers now to turn this around. Big shot for Bellew again. Great accuracy. And he suddenly looks the puncher in that.
Bellew has to cut the ring off right now. When he's got Haye backing up, he's got to cut the ring off and put that mental pressure along with the physical pressure.
I think he's having real trouble when he's clipped on the top of the head here. David Haye.
See right there, Bellew cuts off the ring. There he just did it a little bit. He cuts off the ring. He's going to put Haye in a lot of pressure, under a lot of duress.
Yeah, good work from Tony Bellew back to David Haye. Almost hits him at will here. He's got to be careful. But he's almost hitting Haye, then shaking his head, as if to say.
And he's talking to him in there as well, Bellew, and saying no way, and Haye's trying to dig deep here. Bite down on that gum shield. A right hand just about squeaks through. But he needs more than that, Paulie.
Yeah, Bellew looks confident. He's walking him down, feeling like he's the boss. And Haye looks in that panicky look, mouth open.
Working the body, Bellew, and to the head. It's brilliant so far from the bomber. Big deep breaths in that corner. Here's the first knockdown, and did the legs, the right foot just go again awkwardly.
It just doesn't look like it was ever 100%. I mean, it was probably why he started this fight on his front foot anyway, because David Haye's stance is not to be a front foot heavy guy. And
he's screaming in pain. There were rumours he went to Germany to maybe see a specialist this week, but he's been saying absolutely all the camp that he's been 100% fine. Is it just something he's never going to recover from?
No, I mean, the body's shown here, and it's shown before that he's just past that point now of no return. His body can't do this high-impact sport.
And also, what are you going to do? Say you're injured going into the fight so your opponent knows? You're never going to say that. I remember early in my career, I used to fight with hurt hands. I used to go into fights with it. I know when my hands were injured. I would tell everybody I was fine. So, you know, what is Haye going to do if he's injured going into the fight? Tell everybody he's injured? He's just not going to do that anyway. And I don't know if he was injured more so than he was not fully recovered, because he came out gingerly regardless. He had his weight on his front foot, and that's not a David Haye stance to have his weight on his front foot. He had that from the start, from round one.
Tony Bellew seeking out victory number 30. And if he can repeat that, which he looks at the moment on course to do, it will be some story. He starred in a Rocky film, and it's just getting even better for Tony Bellew in the Indian summer of his career. But still, David Haye's in front of him, and he's got that power, 26 knockouts, to possibly turn it on its head.
Well, Tony Bellew here realising, and he knows the boxing, he knows the game. He's realising that he still has to be cute, he has to be careful. Still quite early on, although David Haye showed signs of deterioration, he's been in trouble. Bellew's breathing heavy in that last round, and he realises that Haye's still very dangerous. So just taking his time here, Bellew. He's going to pick his shots and look for a counter punch.
I mean, Bellew has had the professional approach in both in the first and second fight. You know, and even now, he's not getting reckless, knowing he's landed the big shots. He knows the danger David Haye still poses.
Well, he's really boxing to Dave Caldwell's plan, isn't he?
Yeah.
Nice right hand there. And when they get close, Bellew's speed, his extra zip is there for all to see.
Yeah, not quite sure about David Haye's right leg and what's wrong with it. It looks like maybe a partial tear on that right leg again. Maybe the Achilles tendon as before.
It's not hanging like it did last time.
It's certainly bothering him, but nowhere near like before, so he has to be careful.
And you see on those jabs, he's got to push off the back foot, and it's hard to do that.
Oh, massive shot from Tony Bellew! And that was a really heavy fall from Haye in the 5th round. Down for the 3rd time in the fight, and the legs are very bendy. He wants to go on. He says, come on.
David Haye showing immense bravery.
He's got a hold. He's got a hold right now. I don't think Haye should be brave. I think he should just hold.
Bellew shots, and it's been stopped. It is repeat for Tony Bellew. He does it all over again. And true to his word, he does it quicker. And the bomber wins the day. It is earlier. It is more emphatic. And it is surely the end for David Haye, who went out on his shield so brave and in tears with the emotion from Tony Bellew, who gets it absolutely right. It was beautiful boxing from Bellew, who took his opportunities, and he broke down David Haye again, and there's the respect between them.
Well, everybody was talking before this fight if David Haye's body could cope with the pressure of this high intense sport, and we found out this evening that it couldn't. Take nothing away from Tony Bellew, that was a clinical, brilliantly thought-out plan and performance, well executed by Tony Bellew.
Very disciplined, showing both poise and discipline in the first and second fight. Bellew never looked like he lost control, never looked like he was dominating early on, but he let the openings come, and when they did, he took advantage.
He's incredible, this guy. He really is. He's been an underdog pretty much all the way through. He's told us he was dull at times in his career. Now, he's lighting up his sport for his family, and after all the difficulties he's had out of the ring, that, Carl, would have meant the absolute world to him.
This is his career summed up. Tony Bellew, ever the underdog. People doubted him his whole career, and he would have had doubts himself, little demons in his mind thinking, can I do this, can I pull it off again? Is David Haye going to rekindle that old flame? But he stuck with it, he kept believing, and this is lovely to see. Both of these athletes coming together in this manner after the first needle and the first build-up, to embrace in this way is fantastic to see.
And that's what sport is. That's what sport is.
They say rematches often go the same way, and often more impressively. We've had ones that have gone into trilogies. There will be no trilogy this time. It is Tony Bellew, who, like Steve Collins did to Chris Eubank, and then Collins did to Nigel Benn, the end of their careers. It's a younger man's sport. He's only 35, Tony Bellew. He's been around forever, but his freshness and his momentum and his quality boxing tonight, hats off to him.
Really, really good performance. I mean, he took his time. He was in front of a dangerous David Haye early on. As the fight progressed, obviously, he became weaker, he became more fragile, but he still carries that punch. And Bellew just kept in control, kept confident, picked some lovely, accurate, heavy blows. David Haye didn't give up easy, he got hit hard. And that's the effect when Tony Bellew lands them bombs.
David Haye is stopped for the 3rd time in a career back to 2002. And Tony Bellew's got out of the ring, and he's celebrating with Anthony Joshua, his friend, who's been right behind him. And it really is a wonderful night for Liverpool, for the underdog, for Tony Bellew. It is repeat, and it is repeat big time. AJ will be delighted. I know you're a good friend of Tony Bellew's, and you were totally split, and you thought they had a real chance in this. You know, we've known them both for such a long time. Tonight, Bellew got it so right.
Well, it's so easy to get drawn in by the hype that surrounds David Haye, and he's saying he's back. But you see there from Tony Bellew landing that left hook on David Haye, and the effects of that punch.
And look at the improper fundamentals by Haye. He's throwing his hook, but he's going backwards. Bellew pushed his weight forward. When you're going to exchange hooks, you have to keep your weight on that front foot. Haye's trying to get out of the way and throw a left hook at the same time. If you're going to exchange left hooks, you want to keep it in tight. Haye opened up too much as he pulled back out as he's trying to throw that hook, and that's why Bellew was able to keep it short and land his.
Tony has said all the way through, David Haye is a much better fighter, a much better champion, but I've always got his number. He's been convinced about it. He said styles make fights. He said he couldn't do it last time, and he will not do it again. And although David made quite a positive start, really, the legs betrayed him. The ankle didn't stay up, but I think it was more than that. I think it is Tony Bellew who deserves the praise tonight.
He does. He's been honest all the way, though, Tony. He said that David Haye isn't the fighter he used to be. He's still dangerous. He can still catch me, he can still hurt me. But he's a machine that's broken and cannot be fixed. And that's what we saw tonight. That's definitely the end of David Haye. But Tony Bellew still had to put in a really good performance, and that he did. And he deserves his accolades. He really does.
Father Time catches up, unfortunately, poorly with all you fighters. And there's a man in his prime, Anthony Joshua. Listen to the reception he's getting. There will be no Joshua Haye. There'll be no Joshua Bellew, because they're great buddies. Where on earth does the Tony Bellew storybook go from here? Quite incredible. He's done it again, little and large. Dave Caldwell, Eddie Hearn, Tony Bellew and his fans. And it's his night. Wow. And hats off to David Haye for all the excitement he's given us and the thrills even in his last stand. Bellew 2, Haye 0. It is repeat and it is emotional.
And there's the embrace from the two friends, AJ and Bellew. Bellew may be campaigning at heavyweight now, but there's no aim for Anthony Joshua.
Well, Bellew's been talking about maybe fighting AJ, but it's not going to happen. There's the passion. There's what it meant to this man. It is repeat. And when he wakes up tomorrow morning, I think it maybe slowly start to sink in. But at the minute, he's overwhelmed with emotion.
I don't think you can quite take any of this in, what's happened in the last couple of years. Tony Bellew, hold your head high. What a fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the question was, will it be revenge or repeat? And the answer came at 2 minutes, 14 seconds of round number 5. As referee Howard Foster calls a halt to this bout, the answer, repeat. And the winner by TKO victory, the fighting pride of Liverpool, Tony
Anthony Joshua literally screaming at Tony Bellew behind us. This is going to be some interview with Andy Scott.
Tony Bellew, you said it would be repeat. It is.
It'd be quicker as well.
It is repeat. If there were any questions after the first fight, does this answer them all?
I just want to say, first and foremost, I lost my brother-in-law in August, and his dad's here tonight, and his 2 other brothers, and I gave an empty seat, mate, and I swear to God he was sitting here watching me tonight. I know he was. So Ashley Roberts, I miss you more than life itself, and I swear, kid, that every punch I threw was with you. So That's for my brother-in-law, Rachel. I'll see you tomorrow, babe, at the airport. I'll be there to pick you up.
Was that on your mind coming in?
All the way through. All the way through. I've been on my own in the hotel. Gary usually stays with me in the hotel room. And I've been on my own all week. And each night I've cried. On the nights when I've been on my own. So I'm a bit emotional now, but all I think about is him. He's been on my mind since August. And I just miss him so much. I don't cry in front of me, missus. I try and hide it. But you know what? I'm broke, lad. I'm just broke.
Beautiful words, Tony. You banned your children and your partner, Rachel, your wife-to-be, you banned them from tonight. Have you got a message? Because I'm sure that they'll be watching.
I love you so much. Everything I do is for them. So, listen, David Haye is an amazing fighter. Take nothing away. He just got into a slugfest tonight, and we hate each other. I was hating that fight. He's got crazy power, but I did say from the start, with his style, age does play a factor. Speed and timing decreases with age. Power doesn't. But I take nothing away. He goes down a better fighter than me. He's a better fighter. He's a legend of the sport. He's been great. So I'm just happy I've won, man. It's against all the odds again.
How does this one compare to the first one?
It's still the same. Nothing compares to Goodison Park, but I'm happy. You know what, mate? I'm happy I'm safe because, you know, tonight I seriously came to this ring and I was willing to just be finished in this ring off because the state of mind I've been in. I've cried, mate, every night this week on my own in that hotel room. And I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling bad, but I've done it. And that's all that matters.
Is there some relief that the Bellew Haye chapter in your book is over?
It's over. It's over. I've always admired David. He's always been a legendary fighter, but styles make fights. I've always said it. And my fat ass just keeps harping on with the same stuff. But listen, these have all been great. You've come out and you've paid to see us, so thank you. Thank you. You've been amazing.
What's next for this self-proclaimed fat scouser? Is it back down to cruiser?
Come over here, you, because you've got a little cheeky smile on your face. I know you've got a plan. So do you want to tell them what your plan is? I don't know what it is, because my plan is just, I don't know. Every day I don't know what I'm going to do. First of all, I want to thank the staff of Murrayfield, Hyperbaric Chamber. Thank you. You've been amazing. Dave Orcock and the family, thank you very much. It's been a great journey, but I don't know where it's going to go now. Who do you want? Who do you want? Who just want to see me fight? Who? Next! Who? I don't know.
Do you want to fight the winner of the World Boxing Super Series at cruiserweight? Do you want to fight a heavyweight world champion? Can you do heavyweight?
I'm a walking Super Series. Every fight I'm in's like the goddamn Super Series.
Dillian White, Joseph Parker.
You know what? Me, Dylan have had a few words over the years, and Dylan's a good fighter, man. Dylan's a hard fight, but it's really for nothing. I need a world title, or I need a big, huge name. Dylan done great last time out. Beat Lucas Brown, done well. But listen, I need a mega star. Who have you got for me, Ed?
Promoter Eddie Hearn, what's next? Tell us a name. He's desperate for a name.
You can boo me all you want tonight, I don't care.
You know what, guys? What about Andre Ward?
Yeah.
Andre Ward, pound for pound, king man. Usyk, Gassiev, Ward, you name him, and I just keep beating them. So just give me someone. Not bad for a little fat, mouthy scouser.
Eddie, who's next? Andre Ward. They're both stars of the Creed movie. This is like a real-life Rocky movie. Do you want to make that fight? He seems retired, but...
Mate, I have no idea. And I have no interest in even talking about it. Tonight is about one man, actually two men. Tony Bellew, I don't know where he come from. We gave him a world title shot at Goodison Park. He won it. If anyone knew the pain and suffering that he's been through in the build-up to this fight to even make it into the ring, you should admire this man inside and out the ring. And I'd like to say as well to David Haye, he's been an icon of British boxing, and he showed plenty of heart tonight to keep getting up and keep trying. He didn't want to give up. But I'll tell you something now, this man, he can fight, but he's got one hell of a heart. Trust me. And I know Liverpool's very proud of him. Britain should be proud of him. I don't know where the journey goes, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
My toughest fight gets off a plane at 1:30 tomorrow to try and convince Air I can carry on. Now, that's a real fight. That's a fight I can't win. So, Rach, can I carry on, babe? Because that's all that really matters.
Yeah, good luck with that. David, you've waited patiently. Yeah. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Your immediate reaction to that, it was repeat, it wasn't revenge.
Yeah, Tony boxed a great fight. He really did. you know, done some really clever stuff in there. You know, I couldn't quite get off. He's boxing very good, you know, and I didn't, plain and simple.
You had no excuses last time. You almost went out your way to make no excuses. But were you injured this time coming in?
Listen. Tony was a better man. He boxed a great game plan, and I couldn't quite get to it. I couldn't quite make it happen. And you know, everything happens for a reason, and he's victorious tonight because he was the better boxer.
You thought you were fit enough to beat him?
Yeah, I thought I was going into the fight, but as it turned out, I wasn't. You know, he's a great champion, and you know, I enjoy the battle. As tough as it was, sometimes you get a nemesis. You know, Tony Bellew is definitely my nemesis. We're a similar stature, similar size. You know, we both throw hell for leather, and that's why we gel to make such a fun fight.
You've achieved most professional boxers' dreams, but is this the end?
I don't know. It didn't feel that great in there tonight. You know, I'd have to review the tapes and see exactly what went wrong. But you know, Tony Bellew boxed a fantastic fight, strategic. You know, Dave Caldwell, I gave him some stick in the lead up, but you know, he's a great coach, great man, and it's all fun really. But you know, Tony Bellew, you know, hat off to him. Boxed a great fight, and I didn't. Plain and simple. You know, maybe you know after having these rounds, you know, getting back in there and just keeping the momentum going. Maybe I'll put on a bit better performance. But yeah, as of tonight, I was bettered by the better man, Tony Bellew. So congratulations, Tony. You boxed a great fight.
Thank you for being so gracious in defeat. Thank you for waiting around. Do you want to give a message to these fans? You're still the home favourite.
Yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed the night. Myself and Tony Bellew put it on the line, as you said. We weren't trying to, you know, kill the clock. We were going for the knockout from the start. And you know, when you get two fighters like myself and Tony, you no matter how many times you fight, you're going to get fireworks. You're going to get magic. And I hope everybody enjoyed the night. This is entertainment at the end of the day. So as long as everybody had fun and enjoyed themselves, you know, I'm happy. You know, I would have preferred to get the win, but you know, I'm happy that you guys have it. It's entertainment. So I hope everyone had a good night.
I just wonder, you've had your knockers in your career for injuries, for toes, but these two fights, you've seemed to have dug your toes in and been braver than you've ever been in your career.
Yeah, you know, it comes to a stage where you've got to just let your fists do the talking. And tonight I tried to, but it wasn't good enough. And you know, as crazy as it was, I enjoyed being in the heat of the battle. I enjoyed it in there tonight. It didn't go my way, but you know, I enjoyed, you know, because it's been such a long time since I've actually been in there throwing bombs with someone. And you know, who better to do it than the bomber himself?
Last one, I don't want to push it on you. Are you injured as we stand here now? Are you injured?
No, I'm fully healthy. Tony was a better fighter. He did what he needed to do to get the win. So taking nothing away from Tony Bellew, better man on the night. And you know, I'll have to review the fight, review the tape, and see exactly where it went wrong. But what it feels like went wrong was Tony was better tonight.
Well said, and commiserations.
No problem.
Sky Sports. Feel it all.